Good afternoon.
This is Brain Tumour Thursday on Croydon Radio.
So this interview, and hopefully you'll find this as inspiring as I did.
Cycles, they got to know Chris and Fran, and you'd walk in and go, "Hi, Chris," so they can even remember my name, and there'd be all these people hanging around, and you're just thinking,
I know, yeah, with voice.
and well, I guess it's having some sort of entertainment value with them. But yeah, the best story was it was back in the winter, because we started the chemotherapy in December, and I think it was the February time we were in there for that treatment. It was cold, we'd be hanging around London for 4 or 5 hours, and we went in for the treatment, and they couldn't get my veins big enough. So the nurse gave me a bucket, hot water, stick it in there, Chris. Good Australian girl.
Yeah.
Good strong girl she was. Put it in there and hold it there, and we will be back. Well, you're sitting there with your hand in a bucket of water that's warm, and there's a drive in there, and it takes your body to one place. So you toddle off to the boys' room, do what you do, go back to your seat, waiting for the chemo nurse, and you sit there, and she comes back, and she goes, "Chris, that's good, it's all swelled up, we're up for treatment time now." Then, "Yeah, good." She said, "How'd you get it to do that?" So I just said to her, "Well, I've been to the boys' room, and it seemed to work." And she looked at me, and she didn't really sort of put two and two together. Within 5 seconds, she's like, and just sort of looked at me and said, "Yes, Chris, you are an entertainment factor, aren't you? Yes, right, let's get on." So that was good. That was a good time. They've had, them poor girls, Chris had, I've been turned down for treatment, and the tumour's gone bang, and I've hit the ceiling, and they've heard me in Crystal Palace, I should think.
I could have sworn I heard you.
What else has happened? Oh, we've taken them presents to say sorry for Chris and tumour excitement. But to be fair to them, they have been an absolute good team and guys.
Do you see the same staff
Yeah.
and the same nurses and stuff?
Yeah, pretty
one?
much. But I think I've been treated over the last 5 treatments and 7 or 8 appointments. I've seen 4 different nurses. They've been very, very good.
Do you have people that you know that have also come in for chemo, and then you meet each other, you know each other, and you're just like, how's yours going? How are you doing? And
you bump into the same people.
You saw Natalie a few times, didn't you?
Oh yeah, you know Natalie from the tumour groups.
Yes.
Yeah, we bumped into Natalie a time or two. Bless her. She's a good girl. She's been taken away from the type that we're on. She's been put on something else, I believe. She's a good girl. She's looking well. But you make conversation, but not everybody's into making conversation.
Yeah, you just want to get it done and leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did well last week at Tommy's. There was a lady there, and she'd just had her surgery, hadn't she?
Yeah.
And she was all down in the dumps about everything, and he cheered her up with all his stories, and she went away feeling really positive that there was 10 years coming.
Yeah, Tumours been with us 10 years, and we've had 9 months nearly of chemo.
Yeah.
But you live your life. You forget about it. You forget about the tumour, and you just get on. And being from farming fraternity, I'm still doing almost 80-hour weeks. I start at 6:30 in the morning, and quite often I'm not indoors till 7 o'clock at night through the different works that I do. Even when I'm on chemotherapy, I've done 60-hour weeks. But I feel that all the time things are going right with work and farm, business, etc. that I'm involved in, it makes you happy. It gives you
something to it keeps you just drive to keep doing it because you're doing well. So
it gives you a challenge, and a challenge is always a good thing, and it makes you live, and you achieve. And if you achieve, I think it's the best thing going. Don't get depressed.
Yeah.
I've met over my times of suffering, unfortunately, I've met people that have got depressed, and they're people that I know, and I actually know them personally, or they're a friend of a friend, and unfortunately they've passed away because you can see their unhappiness, you can see the depression in them, and they've given up.
Yeah.
And that is not the right way. We all have bad days.
Of course.
I'll admit that. I just sit there sometimes thinking, oh God, I've had enough. But you sit there and you on another day and you think, right, we'll do this, this and this, and if we can achieve this, this gives us another drive. And it does you good.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is remembering words. and names, and it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, names is a big one with you, isn't it?
I think loads of us, if on Aunty M and stuff, the amount of us that all go, yeah, we don't know that word. But I think that's what's good about the whole internet thing. Even though there's so many bad sides of the internet, but the good stuff is that you've got spell check. You don't have to rush your words out. You can just take your time till you finish writing them all and then go
Or
back.
you can say, does this look right?
You do. I get into. At times my memory is awful, and I just think, have I done that or haven't I done it? But it's the worst thing about my whole tumour development is the temper management, and I just go bang, and people upset me, and within 2 seconds I'm gone.
Yeah.
But but within 5 minutes afterwards I've calmed down, back to normal, running around. Oh, it was totally forgotten about it. But I do go bang, and it's not the nicest thing, and poor Fran, she has to cope with it. But
I guess Fran, you understand, as in,
Yeah.
can't be. That's not easy, but at the same time, you're like, okay, I'm not gonna take it to heart. It's like
The worst thing is you can't have an argument back because it's not him you're arguing with.
Yeah.
Because it's not him consciously behaving like it.
Yeah.
And you just want to shout back at somebody, but you can't because it's not him, and it makes it worse.
Yeah.
And then he calms down, and it's like as if nothing ever happened, and you're smarting still because
Yeah.
you've had the backlash of it.
Angry.
And it's just like,
Yeah. How long have you guys been together?
2 years now.
yeah, she actually's coping with me for this long length of time.
It's really amazing that you have been so close together. I think it's really nice. Yeah.
It is. It's the temper is excellent. We had it was at the Kent show, and I'm involved in various things there, and they had some protesters out the front on the road. Well, they learned a few extra words as well.
Yeah, but it was ridiculous, protesting about animal well-being, and he was wearing a bearskin hat.
Yeah, the chat with one of the protesters, he was too. Yes. That was quite comical actually, but they were. But we won't go there.
You do loads of.
I do a lot of farming type. Well, we do. We like World of Kent ploughing match. We donate something over £1,000 a year into charities ploughing match, where farmers come along, all compete for ploughing, and we have trade stands there, and it's a good country day, and it's always held on different farms across Kent, and it works, and people have a great day, and we all appreciate it. There's lots of things I promote farming. I go to public events where looking at how to teach people about farming and promoting Kent food, and we're looking at having a trade stand, a stand at the Lambeth show next year.
Oh, next, I was going to say, because that's on this weekend.
Yeah. Look at Lambeth show next year. When I was first diagnosed and I was totally away with the fairies, the NFU invited me to come along and help on their stand at the Lambeth show. That would have been 8-9 years ago, and that was good fun. And we're looking at seeing if we can bring my farming matches in Kent up to Lambeth show if the chairman will come with us.
Yeah, you do keep busy. Like whenever I see you on Facebook or on any of the stuff, you're always busy, which actually I think, like you say, it helps.
It is. I can't.
Takes your mind off and.
Yeah, but I can't drink. I'm on chemotherapy. I'm not allowed to drink. So.
Yeah.
So what else do you do? Can't drink. I did when I was first diagnosed. I used to have great times. I used to go to a young person sufferers group at St Thomas's Hospital, which was great. The nurses there were fantastic. The support we got was fantastic, because I was literally 2 months into my 30th year, and I used to take little bottles of buck fizz and all sorts of things up there for the nurses, and we'd just sit there. But it was strange because the people who would also attend, they were all on Reiki and aromatherapy, bless them, but Chris from the Farm Boy would be in there on beer, Bucks Fizz, and having a drink with nurses and going along the duck along the Thames, and we used to have great times on that at that group. And I think it still runs, but I haven't been for years.
Does this Reiki work? Like I know people do the Reiki, and they do these different sort of therapies, don't they? But did you ever try it?
No.
I suppose it's whatever makes you feel better.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, what you find for you.
I was saying on the show not long ago, we were saying about yoga and de-stressing,
We've got a
But
lady
once
that
they
does,
start
yeah.
playing panpipes or whale music, I just laugh. And then they say, right, now you feel yourself drifting into the floor. And I just go, and I look round and I go, no, I don't. And then they ask me to leave. And I've never done it again. Because I can't help but laugh. All these people getting so...
Have you ever tried the acupuncture and stuff like that? Have you ever tried that, Fran?
Oh, I had it once. It made me
Yes, I
feel
have.
sick.
Have you?
Yeah, because like
Because I've-
every now and again you have to inject sheep and cows and that sort of thing. So the odd needle slips out your hand and digs in your hand. You see. So yeah, that's the equivalent. And that you go ow, and you think, I hope that don't infect me too much.
Have you got loads of baby ones at the moment, all the lambs and stuff, or are they growing?
They're growing. They're
Yeah.
growing. They don't half eat well.
Aww.
They're nice. And they look.
Which are the ones you named? Because you told me before you've got like some of the...
Oh, my grandmother, she's got a couple of baby lambs that their mums from. We've got twins. We've got some that are
Twins?
yeah, she
Yeah, you can have twins.
Seriously.
she's got twins and they look great. I can post or put some pictures on Facebook on your Facebook and say, look, these are cows.
We had twins, didn't we, when you went to Ireland?
I had to go to Ireland.
And I
yeah.
had to try and teach the two of them, this is mummy, this is how you feed. Come along.
Yeah, no,
Taking me for a ride round
But
the field.
it's farming, and that's how it works. Unfortunately, you see, the farm at home isn't big enough to employ me all the time. It keeps you busy, and you achieve. But another good one, going back to the treatments, etc. When they first diagnosed me, they gave me 3 years to live, which was
How long ago was it that you first had the first one?
nearly 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Wow. That's amazing. That's brilliant.
Yeah, but I know somebody who's had a brain tumour for 20. Yeah.
So, but obviously they gave you
3 years.
3 years. Is that like the standard that they say 3 years? Or, because there are people that they say you've got 6 months, or you've got like,
I think it's luck. I honestly do. There's something out there that affects us, and yeah, I'm lucky. You know, I've had some bad luck during the time of it.
Yeah.
The other things that have happened to me, but with the tumour, I am very lucky. Touch wood. Okay, I'm on chemotherapy at the minute because it's grown again, but the chemo, if that works, that'll hold it back for another,
yeah.
Lord knows how many years. Several, I hope.
After you've had to the interview.
It's just like,
Yeah. How long have you guys been together?
2 years now.
Yeah, she actually's coping with me for this long length of time.
It's really amazing that you have been so close together. I think it's really nice. Yeah.
It is. The temper is excellent. We had it was at the Kent show, and I'm involved in various things there, and they had some protesters out the front on the road. Well, they learned a few extra words as well.
Yeah, but it was ridiculous, protesting about animal well-being, and he was wearing a bearskin hat.
Yeah, the chat with one of the protesters, he was too. Yes. That was quite comical actually, but they were yeah. But we won't go there.
You do loads of...
I do a lot of farming
farming
type.
ones.
Well, we do. We like World of Kent ploughing match. We donate something over £1,000 a year into charities ploughing match, where farmers come along, all compete for ploughing, and we have trade stands there, and it's a good country day, and it's always held on different farms across Kent, and yeah, it works, and yeah, people have a great day, and we all appreciate it. There's lots of things I promote farming. I go to public events where looking at how to teach people about farming and promoting Kent food, and we're looking at having a trade stand, a stand at the Lambeth show next
really?
year.
Oh, next, I was going to say, because that's on this weekend.
Yeah. Look at Lambeth show next
that
year. When I was first diagnosed and I was totally away with the fairies, the NFU invited me to come along and help on their stand at the Lambeth show. That would have been 8-9 years ago, and that was good fun. And we're looking at seeing if we can bring my farming matters in Kent up to Lambeth show, if the chairman will come with us.
Yeah. You do keep busy. Like, whenever I see you on Facebook or on any of the stuff, you're always busy, which actually, I think, like you say, it's really, I think it helps.
It is. I can't.
Takes your mind off and...
Yeah, but I can't drink. I'm on chemotherapy. I'm not allowed to drink. So.
Yeah.
So what else do you do? Can't drink. I did when I was first diagnosed. I used to have great times. I used to go to young person sufferers group at St Thomas's Hospital, which was great. The nurses there were fantastic. The support we got was fantastic because I was literally 2 months into my 30th year, and I used to take little bottles of buck fizz and all sorts of things up there for the nurses, and we'd just sit there. But it was strange because the people who would also attend, they were all on Reiki and aromatherapy, bless them, but Chris from the farm boy would be in there on beer, Bucks Fizz, and having a drink with nurses and going along the duck along the Thames. And we used to have great times on that group. And I think it still runs, but I haven't been for years.
Does this Reiki work? Like, I know people do the Reiki, like, and they do these different sort of therapies, don't they? But did you ever try it?
No.
I suppose it's whatever makes you feel better.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, what you
As soon
find
as
for you.
I was saying on the show not long ago, we were saying about yoga and de-stressing.
We've got a
But
lady
once they start playing panpipes or whale music, I just laugh. And then they say, right, now you feel yourself drifting into the floor, and I just go, and I look round and I go, no, I don't. And then they ask me to leave, and I've never done it again because I can't help but laugh. All these people getting so.
Have you ever tried the acupuncture and stuff like that? Have you ever tried that, Fran?
Oh, I had it once. It made me
Yes, I
feel
have.
sick.
Have you?
Yeah, because every now and again you have to inject sheep and cows and that sort of thing. So the odd needle slips out your hand and digs in your hand. You see. So yeah, that's the equivalent. And you go ow, and you think, I hope that don't infect me too much.
Have you got loads of baby ones at the moment, all the lambs and stuff, or are they growing?
They're growing. They're growing. They don't half eat well.
Aww.
They're nice. And they look...
Which are the ones you named? Because you told me before you've got like some of the.
Oh, my grandmother. She's got a couple of baby lambs that their mums from. We've got twins. We've got some that are
Twins?
Yeah, she
Yeah, you can have twins.
Seriously.
She's got twins and they look great. I can post or put some pictures on Facebook, on your Facebook, and say, look, these are cows.
We had twins, didn't we, when you went to Ireland?
I had to go to Ireland,
and I had to try and teach the two of them, this is mummy, this is how you feed. Come along. Taking me for a ride round the field.
It's farming, and that's how it works. Unfortunately, you see, the farm at home isn't big enough to employ me all the time. It keeps you busy, and you achieve. But another good one, going back to the treatments, etc. When they first diagnosed me, they gave me 3 years to live, which was
How long ago was it that you first had the first one?
nearly 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Wow, that's amazing. That's brilliant.
Yeah, but I know somebody who's had a brain tumour for 20. Yeah.
So, but obviously they gave you
3 years.
3 years. Is that like the standard that they say 3 years, or because there are people that they say you've got 6 months, or you've got like you?
I think it's luck. I honestly do. There's something out there that affects us, and I'm lucky. You know, I've had some bad luck during the time of it.
Yeah.
There are other things that have happened to me, but with the tumour, I am very lucky. Touch wood. Okay, I'm on chemotherapy at the minute because it's grown again, but the chemo, if that works, that'll hold it back for another.
Yeah.
Lord knows how many years. Several, I hope.
After you've had, you feel absolutely rotten.
You have good days and bad days, but we found that not one session of the treatment has reacted, the body has reacted the same.
Really, they're all different.
That's what you were saying earlier, Fran, yeah.
Different foods,
Get used to it, but it's
different
just
sleeping,
every time.
everything is different.
Do you have a problem with
Wow.
sleeping and things like that? Or you need more sleep because you're exhausted?
I go to bed about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'm up at 6. I'm also on steroids. They recently put me on steroids, but they've taken us off again, haven't they?
We're weaning down, but the steroids disturb your sleep pattern and you're pinging awake about 3 o'clock.
It does. It affects you, or it's affected me differently during every session, which you can't plan how you're going to look after yourself, or Fran looks after me. Because Fran's been absolutely fantastic on how she looks after me, she cares for me. She gets up in the morning, gets the tablets, because I won't remember what tablets I need to take of the day, makes me tea, the first session, I'd have toast in the morning. As soon as we wake up, Fran would make me tea and toast, and that would set on my belly, that would get something in there so that the chemo wouldn't upset. Didn't work next time.
Really?
Then this and that, and we just you just play the game, and you just try other things day by day, and it goes on for 10 days. The 10 days finish, but you then have 6 weeks before the next session. But you get through the first 10 days, and that's fine. You keep taking the tablets, you get better, and you get better, and towards the end of it, bang, it gets you again.
Yeah.
And it's affecting my breathing, it's affecting my lungs. I don't know how, but my breathing is...
I know the other day,
hard.
you said about breathing and you were having trouble.
Yeah, some days I will struggle to walk sort of like 15 yards and you doing things in the morning, but now I'm fine in the morning, wasn't I, this morning? It's...
Troughs and...
You wonder
is.
though if it's the chemo
Peaks and
and
troughs.
what it does to the platelets and stuff, because it kills the red blood cells, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could be.
But nobody seems to have an answer.
Yeah.
get done about 5:30 normally. That needle comes out, you put a plaster over it a bit quick, you get down to London Bridge Station so you can get on that train before all the commuters get on, and you're having to stand there all squashed up. And you're thinking, oh God, I feel really ill, because that one, the first 3 days really does give you a good, makes you feel rough.
Yeah.
And then you just get better after that, but you're going home and you're squeezed in and you're just thinking,
I would
I
not
want to
like
sit
So really,
down.
the earlier you
Yeah,
get
I would
in, the better time for you to go out.
But the amount of times I've had to ask people to get up to let him sit down, because you can clearly see he's not well,
Yeah.
and they just ignore you.
You should put a baby bump on your tummy.
Yeah.
I don't think that works these days.
I don't
does
think it works
And
either
just,
now.
yeah.
No.
Well, they have signs, don't they, saying this is for people that are...
I know, but in the rush hour they don't give a monkeys. They're just, they're desperate to get on and get home.
Yeah, they just want to get home, and we just want to get home, so you can understand it.
Yeah.
To be honest, they've had a long, hard day.
Yeah.
If you go anywhere, you get on that train. I've been on the train out of Headcorn Station at 6:15. And I've seen people on there that's caught that train, and I've come back from meetings in London, farming meetings at 6, 7 o'clock, and I've seen the same people on there, and coming home, and you can understand why they want to get home, because they've had 12, 13 hours as well, and some of those guys, they have it every day.
Yeah.
You can understand it to a point, but it's life. We all get ourselves in a little situation, and you shut down when you're on that train.
Yeah, yeah.
You have the paper, you
Put
do.
your
Yeah,
music
you just
on,
sort
yeah,
of,
and just
go
zone
into your little
out.
bubble
Yeah.
and hope you don't miss your stop.
It's good fun, but a day out in London. It's like today. We've
Yeah,
come
it's
up here for
lovely.
chemo.
It's really lovely and hot.
We're on the radio. You've got the sunshine. There's a nice breeze. We're sitting here at Borough Market, having a drink.
We are at Borough Market, if we haven't already said that.
Oh no, sorry, we should have said we're at Borough
Sitting in a
Market,
lovely
in a
bar
coffee
outside.
shop. Coffee shop.
Well, it's a bar coffee
Bar.
shop.
What more can you want? I mean, it's almost like a day off. It is. It's a day
Like
off
a little
work.
holiday, isn't it?
It is. Okay, we were feeding cattle this morning before we came up and went around a load of sheep. But we jumped on the 9:15 train up here, sit on the radio having
Yeah.
a drink at a bar, Borough Market, London. The sun shines. What more do you want?
Well, exactly.
You've got to go and get blood in a minute, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but you go and get a nice lunch and it makes up for it.
you want to go down and have a look at that?
Food.
You don't worry
It's a bit
about that.
weird saying that.
Yeah, you don't worry about it. You go and do it.
The amount
Yeah.
of needles you've had, I don't think you worry about them too much now.
I absolutely hate needles in me.
Yeah.
I do, I cringe. Noise. You go
Yeah.
up there, how many? It's 11 floors.
Yeah.
You have a gorgeous view across London. You've got these lovely seats. You've got a lovely sort of situation that you're in, and it relaxes you.
What are all the hospitals that you go to? Because you don't just go to Guy's, do you? You've got a few that...
I go to King's for sort of, how do I put it? Interviews. You see your specialist. You see your, what's the word? Consultant.
Yeah.
That's the word. On your 6 monthly basis. Since we've been on chemo, we come to St Thomas's to provide blood sample in the morning and see consultants and make sure that we're okay, and then we come across to Guy's for the actual treatment. And yeah, it's a day
Do they
out.
cover for your travel? Like, do the hospital, or do they don't get
You have
any
to
cover?
pay.
What's that?
No, but at the end of the day, it's my life. Steroids. I had maximum dose of steroids for 6-7 months. I was on radiotherapy. The radiotherapy was very hard work. I was coming up from home to St Thomas's every day for 6 weeks. The first week was okay, and they said to me, Chris, every week it will get harder, and it did. It got harder, but the final week, I had friends coming up with me every day, and a friend of mine, he could eat, and he said, right, we're going to have a eating challenge. He wanted to come up into London to buy cowboy boots, so he came with me. So we came up, went and got cowboy boots from whichever street it was. We then went to Pizza Hut along by Charing Cross Station. £5 all you can eat. You've got one lad who can eat and one lad on steroids. We did 18 plates of pizza. I think they nearly tried to chuck us out.
No.
Chuck out or chuck out, probably.
So the tumour has given us lots of entertaining factors. I mean, 18 plates of pizza.
That's a lot.
You could have won a competition for that.
On steroids. And on radiotherapy, that was my last week, and you found that you didn't want to walk. That was radiotherapy was hard work, but you used to come out of home, get a lift to the station, jump on the train, go back again, and go home. And every week, every Friday, I would bring up something for the nurses, all the team. The first week I was indoors and I couldn't find anything, so it was a bottle of wine and beer. And they looked at me and went, I remember it, and they looked at me and went, right, thank you very much, and sort of looked a bit shocked. And it was cake and make them with cake or something, and family member would put a cake or buy buns or whatever, and donuts or whatever. And we had a great time, and again, you'd meet friends on that.
So for people that obviously, if they've only just been diagnosed, or anyone that's quite new to it, or what would you suggest, or what would you help them, or just something that you think will encourage them?
What would I say? It's very difficult to say.
Everyone's in a different journey.
You've got to stay positive.
It is. It's being positive. Keep smiling. Think of what's there in the future. What can you do? What have you got to look forward to? Whether it's tomorrow, whether it's next week, and whether it's in 2 years. And I always said that I'd make 40. Well, I'm 40 next week.
Yeah.
So I've got to start thinking,
I'm going to make 50.
what am I should do 50 now.
Yeah, of course.
And lots of things have gone wrong over that time, but I've made it, and I should make 50.
Yeah. Oh,
You've got to see Millie get married.
I've got to see my daughter grow up.
You need to get married.
No, his daughter.
No, my daughter Millie
You never
Elizabeth
know.
Smith, Miss Mess. She's gonna grow up and finish school.
How old is she now?
She's 7. She's a little angel.
He just made a face then.
That's my challenge, is to see her grow up, see her married, see her do university.
Yeah. So one of the things that we were going to do today on the radio was looking into laughter therapy. I've got this laughter therapy that you can go on, and if you go onto YouTube,
And they're all sitting there just
you
laughing.
sit there, and we were going to get you to do it, but obviously we can't do it here. But it just says someone starts laughing, everyone starts laughing, but seriously.
Laughter is the best thing in life after a drink or two. But laughter is excellent.
Yeah.
It gives you drive, it gives you energy, it makes you smile.
I say it's a free medicine.
It is, it absolutely is. A good night out with friends, whether you're sitting there having half a bottle of wine or 2 or 3 bottles of wine
Some
apiece.
milk, yeah, because you got.
But laughter, having a great time and laughter is, it goes on for about 4 or 5 minutes.
I switched it off, but at the beginning it was quite amusing.
He's just thinking, my lord, how long does this go on for?
But they don't even call it laughter therapy, they call it yoga.
Laughter
yoga therapy.
Oh,
I
dear.
thought, wow, people really turn things
I'd
into
be all
everything,
right in that,
don't
because
they?
I always laugh when somebody says yoga. Relaxing and melting.
Yeah, but their feet are up round here, and they are an absolute riot, these people.
Yeah.
Especially on that.
See, I wouldn't even notice that you have problems with your speech, but then people say it to me, but it's when you think about it, you'll probably make mistakes now, and because I've said it, and
you 9 times out of 10 you're okay.
Is it when you're tired? Because what I find it's when I'm tired. Do you have it when you're, like, after you've had chemo, you probably are feeling quite drained and stuff, but, like, do you find you...
Yeah, it's when I'm tired. The funniest thing is I go testing students, etc., to ensure they can use their sprayer, their pesticide applicators correctly. So there you are. Got this good young student sitting there, keen as mustard to pass the test. and you're going through the questions, and you show them an item appropriate regarding the test. And you sit there and all of a sudden, oh, heck. I've forgotten what it's called, and you're there. So what's this called then, young man? Or whatever. And they're struggling, and you're thinking, I can't remember the name of this, or the word, and you're thinking, right, I'm going to have to put hands up.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've got to apologise now. So you go through it. Look, I've got a brain tumour and I forget my words. Now we're sitting here looking to say this nozzle that goes in the sprayer, and you forget what it's called, and you have to sit there and admit to it. And they laugh, you laugh, and everybody's happy, right? And then within 2 seconds, oh, it's one of these. Job done.
Are you quite honest with like the people that you help? Like, do they know that you've got a brain tumour?
It's funny you talk about it.
Yeah. They must be all in awe of you thinking, because people do that, don't you? You say, oh, I've had a brain tumour, or I've got a brain tumour, and people just suddenly go, oh, wow, and oh, you're amazing, and you're just like, well, you don't feel like that, you're just kind of...
You're a normal person.
I'll cut that out.
But...
I can't see it.
You talk about it.
Yeah.
Poor people that you've never met before, they even heard about it. I mean, we were going home from from Guys last week because I got turned down because the platelets were low, and there's this poor lady sat on the train opposite us, all on it, and we were talking about things, and she sort of joined in the conversation, but then she had an hour's worth of it all the way home. She had to cope with brain tumour story, this and that and so on and so forth, bless her. And she had it, didn't she, for an hour, and how she got off that train, I think she ran away.
This isn't my stop, but I'm leaving.
Oh yeah. But that's what happens. And I think a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the only one. You just do it.
Yeah. I think I was always quite quiet about it.
You were for a long time.
It was because I didn't know anyone that had it. I didn't know much about it, so I didn't have anyone that could say, oh, I understand, I know what's happened, because I didn't know anyone that had had the same thing.
Because even at rehab, the only people
they all were in stroke.
Not the only one.
Yeah, you're not the only one, and everyone's in different stages, and some are at the beginning, some are in the middle, some are at the end, some of them have moved on, but they still want that connection with people, and it really does make a difference to have that friendships.
It's been good for me finding carers.
Yeah, they've got the carers, yeah.
You know, like Katrina and stuff, who understand what you're going through on a day-to-day basis.
Katrina's lovely.
Yeah, because it's hard, you know. You've all got each other as support, and we're sat there going, don't like you right now, because you've just shouted at me for the umpteenth time.
Yeah, they definitely,
we're all in it together. Because there's nobody that we know, really, who really understands. You know, people look at him and just expect him to carry on as if there's nothing wrong with him. It's because you can't see it, I think.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Very much
it's an invisible, disability,
Yeah, and I'm a busy person, and I can't do it, then there's something wrong. If I can't do what I've got to do, then...
I do think it's brilliant that you do what you do and all the things you do and keep busy, and I do think, and having known you, that your personality and stuff is just brilliant. And I mean, I'm sure you have bad days. I can imagine you have bad days, but at the same time...
Well, Fran got yelled at this morning moving sheep. Fran, don't stand there! Stand there! I reckon, yeah. But it's funny, we were in to see my consultant last week, and she said to us, it's amazing that the two of you have coped for so long.
Yeah, definitely.
And to do what you do, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but
I don't really know anyone else that does the same amount that you do. I'm sure there will be other people out there, but I don't personally come across anyone that does as much as you do, even while you're even on chemo.
I think at the minute I am doing too much, because sometimes it does hit me, but unfortunately I do it, and I can't not let things pass by. But there's ways. I've got family that do give us help, and we're now and again.
When was the last time you went on holiday?
Last weekend.
That does not count.
No, we stayed in a
hotel near the show, so it was easier, so we didn't have so much travelling.
Yeah, so
last year in September was the last proper holiday.
Have you been able to go abroad? Or...
Yeah, well, we went as far as Normandy.
How do you find with like insurance and stuff? Who have you gone with? Because I know people always sort of struggle with finding a good
quite cheap the first
insurance.
ended up going with, wasn't it?
I can't remember. You booked it.
I know.
Fran does all that sort of thing, paperwork, etc. That's
Was it
Fran's job.
specifically for people that had medical conditions or
There was specifically a brain tumour one.
Oh, was it?
And even answering some of the questions positively, because he just finished the cycle before. It was still fairly cheap for a week. It was 60 quid and it included me as well.
That's really good.
That's good.
Yeah,
So-
one bad.
That's really, really good. I mean,
Like global claims or somewhere.
global claims.
Yeah,
global claims.
Global claims. Yeah.
Okay.
We wanted to go to Spain, but for some reason in Spain the insurance soars.
Really?
Yeah, it's like double. Because I don't think the Spanish health and it was more expensive.
But no, France was fine. We went over to Normandy, had a walk around, bit of exercise.
Can you speak French?
Slightly. I remember when I was a student, we had to go to France, and we were on a farm in northern France, and yeah, I was the only one who could sort of talk to the farmer that we'd gone to see, because his sister was a school teacher and she couldn't get the day off school, and I was the only one there who could speak French.
Okay, so I just want to say thank you so much for coming and sitting here in the beautiful sun in London. But thank you so much.
It's lovely to meet you as well,
And you, and
Nice to meet you.
we'll definitely speak to you soon.
and we've had a great time. Thank you.